How would the 2020 electoral map look if every state trended the same way it did from 2012 to 2016? In 2012, incumbent Democratic president at the time, Barack Obama, defeated Republican candidate Mitt Romney with 332 electoral votes to Mitt Romney's 206. Then in 2016, Republican Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton, the Democratic candidate, with 306 electoral votes to 232. But how did each individual state shift between these two presidential elections? Well, we're going to find out today. All the states already filled in are states that wouldn't change in classification, with the blank states being the ones we're going to go over today. Starting from left to right with the state of Nevada. Nevada went from a 6.7 point margin of victory for Obama in 2012 to 2.4 points in 2016. That is a 4.3 point drop, and if that trended into 2020, Donald Trump would defeat Joe Biden by 1.9 points, a lean Republican margin. Arizona, on the other hand, is the complete opposite, with Romney defeating Obama by 9 points in 2012, but Trump only beating Clinton by 3.6 points in 2016. That is a 5.4 point trend into the Democrats' column and would lead to Biden winning by 1.8 points, another lean margin of victory, but this time for Joe Biden. New Mexico would go from likely Dem to lean Dem with a 2-point downward trend for the Democrats from 2012 to 2016. Next is the Lone Star State, Texas, which went from a 15.8 point win in 2012 for Mitt Romney to just a 9-point win for Trump in 2016. That is a 6.8 point trend towards the Democrats there, making it a 2.2 margin and a lean Republican classification in 2020 if that continued. Next is Georgia, which saw a 2.7 point shift to the Democratic Party in 2016, meaning in 2020 it would be a 2.4 point win for Trump over Biden and another lean Republican classification. Florida is our first state that went from Barack Obama in 2012 to Donald Trump in 2016, with a 2.1 point move into Trump's direction. If this continues to 2020, Trump would win Florida by 3.3 points, a landslide by Florida's historically close standards. So that completes the South, and incumbent Donald Trump currently holds 230 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 217, with Nevada and Arizona being the only states to flip from their 2016 results. Moving on to the Rust Belt, starting with Iowa and Ohio, two Obama-Biden states in both 2008 and 2012, but big Trump states in 2016, they would both move from likely red to safe red if the same trends continued into 2020. Iowa went from a 5.8 point win for Obama in 2012 to a 9.4 point win for Trump just 4 years later in 2016. That is a 15 point flip into the red column. As for Ohio, it went from 3 points in Obama's favor to 8 points into Trump's, an 11 point Republican shift. So clearly these are two states, unlike Texas, Arizona, and even Georgia, that are actually moving to the right and not to the left. This is actually predominantly the case across the northern Midwest as well, with the state of Minnesota going from 7.7 points to just 1.5 points in favor of the Democratic Party, meaning it would move all the way into the lean red column with a 6.2 point move towards Trump. Wisconsin and Michigan also moved hard into the Republicans' direction, going to Trump in 2016 by less than a point each. Obama won by 7 points in Wisconsin and 9.5 points in Michigan, meaning the swing towards Trump is actually enough to put both states into the likely column for him in 2020. Pennsylvania also went from 5.4 points in favor of Obama in 2012 to 0.7 points for Trump in 2016, a 6.1 point shift that just barely doesn't reach the likely classification, lean instead. Surprise, surprise, Delaware actually moved so far right in 2016 that it would be considered just a lean state in 2020 for the Democrats. 18.6 points in 2012 to 11.4 points in 2016. That is a 7.2 point shift that would put Delaware at just plus 4.2 for Joe Biden. Now we are on to the final two northeastern states, New Hampshire and Maine. New Hampshire went to President Barack Obama by 5.6 points in 2016, and then to Hillary Clinton by just 0.4 points, her lowest margin of victory across the country. That is a 5.2 point swing that would put New Hampshire into the lean Trump column if it happened again. In Maine, its 2nd district saw a huge shift into Trump's favor. Back in 2012, Obama won the district by a margin of 9 points over Mitt Romney, but in 2016, Trump won by 10 points. That is a 19-point swing, which would mean it goes well into the safe Republican column in this video. As for Maine's 1st congressional district, it went from 22 to 15 points from 2012 to 2016, which means it will be a likely margin in 2020 for Biden. And finally, its 2 at-large electoral votes went from 15 points in Barack Obama's favor to just 3 for Hillary Clinton, a 12-point swing that would make it likely red in 2020. So that is all for this scenario. As you can see, Donald Trump holds 317 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 221. Arizona is the only state in the nation that trended into the Democrats' column enough from 2012 to 2016 to flip, whereas Nevada, New Hampshire, and Maine all moved into the Republicans' column, and the Rust Belt became even more red than it was in 2016. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I hope you all found this as interesting as I did. If you did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, check out more content from my channel here. Thank you all so much for watching, and tune in next time. EP out.